Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what the messages are that come through the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what messages come through, what cards come out. So the first card that we have is the Queen of Cups. You do have water sign energy with this. You could be dealing with the Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. We have the Star card, and we have some Aquarius energy. You could also be dealing with Aquarius. And we have the Two of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So we do have Taurus energy with this. You could also be dealing with a Taurus. But with this Hierophant card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of really being in a position where things are happening in a way that could be more so following the more traditional tried and true path when it comes to the way things are handled and even just the way things are approached. I also feel like with this, you could be also dealing with somebody who's quite commitment oriented. I do feel like there is a desire to be able to have something that's going to ascend to a level of a deeper commitment. And I do feel like with this Hierophant card showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of really being in a space of being open to learning lessons and being able to actually learn a lot of important lessons from the past and kind of implement those going forward. With the Queen of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like a very loving energy. I also feel like there is an energy of having a very kind energy towards you, or this person is feeling that energy from you. I do feel like there's a sense of having a soft spot for you, or this person being in a space where they have really deep feelings. I do feel like with this Queen of Cups, this also feels like an energy of really dealing with a person who is quite sincere in their emotions towards you. But I do feel like when it comes to the way that they feel about the situation with you, I do feel like it's quite loving energy with the Queen of Cups. With the Star card showing up over here, this does feel like hopeful energy. And I do feel like you may be in a space where you're kind of hoping for something to go a certain way. You may be also be in a space where you're hoping for being able to actually see someone. Also feel like there could be some distance in the situation, but there seems like very hopeful and open energy. And I do feel like with the Star card showing up over here, this also feels like energy of not only having a lot of faith, but having that faith rewarded. With the Two of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like planning for the long term. So I do feel like with the Hierophant and with this Two of Wands, this does feel like a pretty serious energy. I do feel like there's a serious energy and commitment towards a way forward. I do feel like when it comes to planning for the long term, this also feels like being able to have a lot of plans in place. I also feel like there could be some upcoming trips, or even just a sense of being able to experience travel as far as being able to bridge some kind of a distance and situation. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Fool card, and we have the Four of Wands, and we have the King of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Temperance card. He has the Sagittarius energy here. You could be dealing with another Sagittarius as well. But I do feel like with this Temperance card, this does feel like an energy of a situation that may actually be calling for your patience in some way. I do feel like with the Star card, there does seem to be an energy of being waiting, but waiting with a lot of hope and also anticipation for the future and future outcome of someone. I do feel like with the Fool card showing up over here, this person is in a space where they are open to this connection. I also feel like that with this Two of Wands, they are open to being able to take a leap of faith. I do feel like there's an energy of also having some kind of excitement and even adventurous energy in this connection on the horizon. I also feel like when it comes to the way this person feels about you, the way you make this person feel, they are also they're drawn to you because of this spirit, this adventurous kind of spirit within you. I do feel like with the Fool card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody who's quite brave, and I do feel like there's a sense of actually taking a leap of faith in a connection. And I do feel like there's a lot of faith in this situation, even with the Star card. With this Four of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to have also a pretty solid foundation. I do feel like there's a sense of actually being able to build that with someone, being on the same page in a lot of ways, and this connection is also leading to the strong and solid foundation between the two of you. I do feel like with this Four of Wands, this also may be actually being able to experience a lot of either going out or social, being able to be out in the social scene with somebody and being able to celebrate. I do feel like with this Four of Wands, it's a pretty positive energy. I do feel like though the Star card, there's an energy of being in a space where you could be missing someone or longing for someone. So with this Four of Wands showing up over here, do you feel like that could be something of short duration as well? With the King of Wands showing up over here, I do feel like you are dealing with somebody who is taking initiative. I do feel like with this King of Wands, this feels like an energy of dealing with somebody who's quite confident. This is a person who's going to come to you. They're not going to wait for you to come to them. I also feel like as far as being able to take action on plans, this also feels like an energy of somebody who's taking that bold step. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have engagement, and we have honeymoon, and we have trust. So with this engagement card showing up over here, I do feel like there is a lot of exciting celebratory energy on the horizon for this connection. I also feel like with this engagement card showing up over here, this person is in a space where they want to make you an offer of some sort. They may even want to propose to you. I do feel like with this engagement card, this is about being able to really lock in. I also get that with this Hierophant, and being able to make things official and taking that next step. And with the Fool card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of taking a leap of faith and being open to being able to do that and being brave and having that courage. So I do feel like with this connection, it's ascending to a higher level of commitment as well. I do feel like that's what this person wants. And with that Queen of Cups, I also feel like this person views you as the ideal person to be able to do that with, especially as far as the way that you make this person feel. I do feel like they see you in a certain way based upon how you make them feel, and I do feel like it's in a pleasant way. And I do feel like there could even be a little bit of them putting you on a bit of a pedestal, but there's definitely this sense of being quite excited about being able to enter into something more with you. I do feel like with the honeymoon card showing up over here, this does also feel like an energy of, I do feel like there could be travel on the horizon, and I do feel like there could be actually some really great experiences that occur as a result of any travels. And I do feel like with this honeymoon card, this feels like optimism. I also feel like that sense of being in a space where it's like you're waiting on something, you're hoping for something, you could even be kind of longing for something, but this does feel like that optimistic energy and that faith being rewarded. And I do feel like with this honeymoon card showing up over here, this does feel like very pleasant memories being created and being on the horizon. I also feel like with this Four of Wands, this is also celebratory energy. So I do feel like there is some really positive vibes on the horizon when it comes to your connection, and even just the way that somebody is making you feel. With this Trust card showing up over here, I do feel like you are dealing with somebody who you can trust when it comes to them being able to say what they're going to do, what they say they're going to do. I also feel like when it comes to your connection, it is one that I do feel like this person is holding a lot of faith for this connection and has a lot of trust, or they want you to have a lot of trust in them. I do feel like things are moving forward in a way that makes sense with this Temperance card. This does feel like it could even be being able to take movements forward within your connection, experience progress, but I feel like it's happening in a steady pace that makes sense to this building of the solid foundation in your connection. And I do feel like there is a strong sense of compatibility Also a strong sense of being able to work quite well together. Something about your connection does feel like one that is filled with a lot of experiences that even feel like a lot of adventures, and I do feel like there's something very exciting about it with the Fool card, as well as with this this honeymoon and this Two of Wands showing up over here. So do you feel like there's some kind of a trip on the horizon that somebody may be planning to make towards you, or there is one for you to be able to have with someone? And this is a sense of also being able to actually experience the deepening of your commitments on a trip as well. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.